Greetings all. This is Charles, and uh, I am bringing a lesson from Bible figures. Uh, it is on leadership, and this leadership is a problem of the time, the problem of the time, and I am living in the world where uh, the leadership is a problem. When we see the current global and the national leadership, it is a crisis. The facing leaders are immense, from political polarization, economic instability, social injustice, and institutional distrust to spiritual decline. There is a pervasive crisis of leadership. The failure is not just in administration but in character, vision, and accountability. Leaders in politics, business, the church, and even the family are increasingly seen as self serving rather than service oriented. So, my intention in this program is really to contribute my part in solving such problems. So I like all who meet this YouTube just to follow me attentively so that uh, you may get a good lesson from this. Uh, to start with, leadership is often seen as an innate quality, something that some people are born with and others are struggling to develop. However, when we turn to the Bible, provides us with timeless principles of leadership that are not based on inherent skill or talent, but on the profound relationship with God, unwavering faith, and a vision that extend far beyond his own lifetime. Leadership lessons from the life of Abraham, faith, vision, and covenant leadership was inspired by the deep desire to explore how the leadership qualities demonstrated by Abraham are just as relevant today as they were uh, 1,000 years ago. It is an invitation to understand the leadership is not merely about authority, title, or status. It is about aligning one's actions with God's purpose, working in faith, and leading others with integrity, vision, and courage. As I delved into Abraham's story, I found myself reflecting on my own experience as a leader and the challenges I have faced in my leadership journey, the highs and lows, the moments of doubts, and the breakthroughs. Abraham's life mirrored many of these moments, whether it was the courage to leave the familiar and follow God, follow God's call, or the moment of waiting, trusting and leading with vision beyond the clouds be immediately seen. Abraham's example has challenged and inspired me to lead with a deeper sense of responsibility and faith. Abraham's leadership is characterized not by perfection, but by his willingness to listen to God's call, obey his commands, and trust in his promises. Abraham made mistakes just like any other leader, yet through each failure, God's grace was evident. Abraham's ability to lead by faith, his visionary leadership in uncertain words, and his covenant relationship with God have been powerful lessons for me, and I believe can be transformative for every leader willing to learn from his life. So the purpose of this YouTube, while presenting the leadership, uh, is twofold. The first is to offer the deep dive into Abraham's leadership qualities, pulling out key lessons that apply to modern day leadership, regardless of context, whether in politics, business, ministry, or family. The second purpose is to inspire leaders, both seasoned and emerging, to lead with integrity, faith, and vision, fostering a culture of godly leadership that can withstand the challenges of today's world. In a time where leadership is often marked by fear, selfish ambition, and inconsistency, Abraham's life presents a model of humility, obedience, and sacrifice all that can all learn from. The primary audience for this lesson is, I believe, anyone in leadership roles, whether in the workplace, community, church, or home, who desires to lead with purpose, faith, and integrity. It also is for those who are aspiring to leadership, as Abraham's life offers a blueprint for anyone who is willing to walk by faith and lead with the heart of God's people. Whether you are a business executive, a pastor, a community organizer, a parent, a parent or government's nominee or public servants, the principle of Abraham's leadership are universally applicable. Through these pages, I hope to challenge you to reflect on your own leadership journey. Are you leading with a clear sense of purpose? Are you casting vision for future? Are you walking by faith and trusting in God's timing, even when things seem uncertain? The answers to these questions can radically change not only how you lead, but also how you impact those around you. In a world where a leadership often fails to meet expectations, I believe that lessons from Abraham's life offer much needed course correction. His leadership was rooted in in a relationship with God and sustained by faith and defined by a covenant. It is my prayer that as you read, as you hear this video, you will be inspired to walk in the steps of faithful leadership, just as Abraham did, and lead with vision, integrity, and commitment to God's promises. Uh, As you embark on this journey of discovery, may our leadership be transformed and your vision expanded as you walk in the footsteps of the greatest leaders in history. Let's then, with a heart full of faith, embrace the call to lead as Abraham did, trusting that God who called us is still calling us today. With this introduction, I close today's program, and in the next time, I will present, I will bring to your ears about the many leadership qualities we learn from uh, the Bible hero, a patriarch, Abraham. Till then, goodbye and God bless you.